So keep that in mind too. Let's see. So we mentioned the God complex, the extreme narcissism elements, patterns of the gurus. The other thing too is that, does nobody find it strange? I mean, here's the weird part. A lot of people who get into this kind of alternative thinking, they oftentimes are kind of conspiratorially minded. For example, they want to be health conscious. And so in investigating health conscious ways of living, they will question big pharma, Monsanto, GMOs. They want organic food, right? this kind of stuff. And that's all good. But then they kind of stop right there and they don't think about, well, now wait a minute. What's Whole Foods promoting? What is who's behind Beyond Meat? Right? And so they kind of leave off investigating big ag, big pharma, big food, and its relationships to religion. I'm not joking. The same people putting their big money into those social engineering movements for diet and for food also put their money into social engineering movements relating to religion, religious engineering, which we have covered for many years. For example, we find in the Rockefeller's authorized biography that several members of the Rockefeller family had a vested interest in promoting New Age and feminist ideas. Now, why do you really believe that the wealthiest people on the planet want to promote theosophy, New Age philosophy to help you out? The same people who say they want you to depop. Oh, but you think they want your spiritual well-being. Really? Come on now. And yet that is exactly what we find. Swami Vivekananda, who in the public documentary I just shared on my I hope y'all watched it, right? Because I shared it on my community tab. But I could, for whatever reason, it was hard to share that video. I think it was like a kids documentary, so you can't share it for some reason on YouTube. Anyway, on a child's documentary on Swami Vivekananda, right? Talk about propaganda. But even the documentary had his meeting with Rockefeller and how Rockefeller had his heart changed. Yeah, right. No, he just saw it as a useful tool for social engineering to promote the New Age movement as a way to turn religion in the West away from its biblical heritage towards collectivist and more malleable and controllable religious ideologies. That's the only reason, dummies. I don't know why y'all can't figure that out. Okay, but zillionaires are not putting money into the Swamis because they like you, any more than the same people putting their money into GMOs are doing it because they like you. I don't know why y'all can't figure this out. Okay. So we find then again that the origin of the ecumenist movement intimately directly tied to the origins of the New Age movement. Ecumenism and New Age literally come out of the same springs, the same fountain, the same filth pool, right? Ty Lopez got a filth pool out back where he lets the boomers graze and roll around in the water. Remember that? Remember my Ty Lopez video? Where was that? Let's see what's next. Okay, so we see then that promotion by the big families, the big elites, and promotion by the United Nations, right? United Nations is tied at the hip, as we saw with Blavatsky, Bailey, Besant, Lucifer Publishing, which becomes the Lucis Trust, still linked to the UN, still publicly on the website, to promote the unification of all religions. Remember, we saw, now they're the ones that print all the Alice Bailey books. And it's, people say, what book, what book? Well, I covered it in the stream, dude. It's her books on discipleship in the New Age. And she has a 10-point plan to convert the world And remember, one of the points was to infiltrate and subvert Christianity. Hello?